Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Claudette Sigamoney. I am the director for Sigamoney Partners. I am the former vice president of the Durban Chamber of Commerce. And I thought I was going to speak before, but I think I'd arrived a few minutes late. I apologize for that because my son is in hospital at present. My topic today was talking to you on entrepreneurial development and SMMEs. And my role within the chamber prior was, I was 5 years with SMMEs as the chairperson for SMME. And within that portfolio, I became the ambassador of SMMEs within KZN. And what I found was I came from a corporate environment in 2009 as a regional director for big corporate. And I found myself in the SMME space merely because my sons weren't well and they were wheelchair bound. And I had to take the calculated risk of owning my own business. And when I got into my own business, I found it rather difficult because it was a risk that I was taking from being in a corporate environment and now finding myself in a space where I wasn't going to earn a set salary. And that was something that I needed to adjust to. And I also needed to understand, being an entrepreneur, what it entailed. And then I want to share with you my story and my journey. So what it started was, I got into I was smart that I went into the Durban Chamber environment because I used to represent a corporate organization. I was already part of the chamber. So I knew how the chamber worked, and I went into the chamber and I associated myself with the SMMEs. And then I realized the importance of networking. Because had I not networked, remember, I'm fairly new in business. If you look at it holistically and realistically, I'm only 7 years in business. And within the 7 years space, I grew my business to a level where it is today. I became a brand on my own. I don't have to be invited, or I don't have to be at events being the vice president or the former vice president of the chamber or any other, because I've already established myself, branding myself, and networking myself within the business formations in KZN. So how did I do it? I worked on my business and in my business. And when I say I worked in my business and on my business, how did I do it? I got up in the morning at 4. When you're an entrepreneur and you're an SMME owner, there's no time to sleep. You have to seize the opportunities. And opportunities come to you everywhere. It's how you take it and what do you do with it. So I would get up, I would go to the gym, I'd come back, work in my business from 4:30 to whatever, and till 7. And then 7:30, I would go to a breakfast engagement, like this kind of networking or any other, to ensure that I would engage with other business owners. Even if they were in similar businesses like mine, I would engage with them. And that's how I grew my business. And then I would work on my business when I went back into my office environment. And it was difficult, but I had to do it because I knew I was going to be the brand of my business, and I was going to be the face of my business. And please, when people tell you that you can own a business and you don't have to necessarily be there, don't ever think it's true, because you have to be the face of your business. Who is going to shine for your business besides you? You are the only person that can shine for your business. So, in networking, you'll realize how you greet people, because I realized when I was in Malaysia that the way you greet a business owner as opposed to South Africa is totally different. So when you greet somebody in South Africa, sometimes you have to bow to them, sometimes you receive their card, and sometimes you say, oh, please put my card in my bag, or put your card in my bag, or there's my card, and you take the card, and they take the card, that kind of thing. But in Malaysia, it was a different concept, I learned. When you receive the business card, you took the card with respect, because that's how that person took your card. And I learned this. The person took my card, wrote my name wrote the event that he met me at. And then he said to me, "How do you pronounce your name?" And I said, "Claudette." And he said, "No, look at me and pronounce your name." And I looked at him and I pronounced my name. And that's so key in business. And we forget the little things in business. So I'm here to share with you about networking. And then I realized also, what is key to business? What is key to your business? What is the 4 key things to SMMEs and entrepreneurs? The 4 key things are access to networking opportunities, access to markets, access to finance, and access to opportunities. Because we want the opportunities to grow our business. We need the markets to create that opportunity for us. We also need to leverage off those opportunities and to create the linkages. When I started my conversation with you, I said to you, we need to network as entrepreneurs and SMMEs. If we don't network, we don't create the opportunities. And if we don't create the opportunities, we don't grow our business. So access to markets could be access to markets, access to opportunities, access to the finance. Access to finance could be so many things to your business as opposed to my business. Access to finance for me could be to get equipment for my business. Access to finance for you would be to have cash flow for your business. So that type of thing is important. But also to do that is I always go back to the fact that we need to leverage. If you are here today, why are you here? You are here to engage with one another. You are here to listen to key relevant speakers that are speaking to their business and on their business and key issues that are facing SMMEs today. But also to that is that you create the linkages and you create the opportunities for yourself. Because if you don't create one business opportunity for yourself today, then something is wrong with your networking ability. So that was key to me when I started my business. And then I grew my business to a level where it is today, where I get invited to speak at various functions. But while I was at the chamber, I found myself doing all those things. So people say, and government always say, that SMMEs and small business play a crucial role in the economy, and every effort must be made to get this on track. And how do we do that to get that on track? We need to have an effective and a properly developed strategy to assist SMMEs that reflect growth and a desire to succeed. Collaborations between big business and small business. And how does it happen? We create roundtables, we create dialogues with big business. When I was SMME chairperson, I would create dialogues and conversations with big business. I would invite a big business like the Tonga Hewlett or the Toyotas or whatever big business, Transnet, to come in and to engage with SMMEs and to see where SMMEs were at and how they could leverage up opportunities and how could they do business with them. And if they were doing business, how can they get more business opportunities? Or if they weren't ready, how to get them ready into the readiness program? Because lots of organizations, big corporates, have these programs in place. And they have incubators for SMMEs to grow their business. And also to create opportunities for you to do business with them. Because we all want to grow our business, but how do we grow our business is another story. And big businesses, they are obliged to do business with small business, but they don't. So how do we do that? We start engaging with them. And if we don't engage with big businesses, they're never, ever going to come to the party. So, in so saying, I had a program when I was with the chamber. We had a program called Township Talk, and I still have it. It's now my business. So Township Talk was a business program that I put together that I took the Durban Chamber to the townships. And we started engaging in dialogues and conversations with township entrepreneurs. Oops. You just blew us away. I wish I did, but I didn't. Okay, As a Township Talk program, it's sustainable and it talks to empowerment of a project that supports small businesses. So basically what I did was, when you look at me, I took businesses to the places like the Ink area, and then I started using one of my SMMEs. He owns a place called Max's. And I started using it as a platform to start engaging with businesses at that establishment called Max's, and then taking it to Iadini and Artisan and all the very other townships that you would get other patrons in, but I wanted to speak to businesses. So I would engage with businesses for 150 or so within the township environment, just engage in dialogue and say to them, what's happening with your business? Where are you at with your business? How do you want to grow your business to get to another level? Help them with compliance issues, help them with administration, help them to get ready. Because when I started my business, I didn't know that I needed to, you have a degree, you study for years. No one teaches you how to be a business owner. So when you become a business owner, you need to keep track of all your invoices, all your receipts, and all of that. So I had a plan. And my plan was, I found a very good accountant that could do my work. I would take all my receipts and invoices every month, and I'd say to him, thank you very much. Here's all my invoices for the month. And he thought I was dizzy, and he thought I was really losing my mind, because I would take my invoices and give it to him, and I say, please, there's it, do my books for me. And I learned that every receipt and every invoice was important. And the first year of my business, I never took a salary, or I never took any money off my business, because I couldn't. There was no money to take, because I was working in my business, and my business was owned by myself, and it started with myself. I didn't take no loans or anything. I was a legal advisor. I had one or two clients that knew me, that I represented in terms of IR and HR. And then I started doing entrepreneurial development and SMME roundtable dialogues and conversations. And it was accidental that I found myself in the SMME space. I was invited to be part of an SMME committee. And the next thing I knew is that they wanted someone to do a proposal for an SMME project. And I became the SMME projects and mentorship program for BATSA, for the Durban Chamber, in partnership with BATSA. So sometimes you would be in environments that you have to leverage and you have to seize the opportunity. If I didn't do it for myself, nobody would have did it. So going back to my roundtable dialogues in terms of entrepreneurial development, I also feel that my program, Township Talk, speaks to enterprise development and training, business roundtables for young entrepreneurs, mentorship programs for SMMEs, networking and skills training to ignite small businesses and small business development, forums for collaboration, and dialogues and conversations thereof. Social cohesion platforms are important for youth entrepreneurs and for business entrepreneurs. Motivation and leadership training. And Township Talk also started a newspaper that speaks to development of entrepreneurs. So what do I see as a previous vice president of the Durban Chamber and also an ambassador of SMME? What do I see happening? What do I want to see happening? I want to see a master plan. I want to create a master plan for entrepreneurs, SMMEs, and a center of excellence that will speak to a more realistic approach. I envision a creation of an incubator as such, and a hub that speaks to skills summits programs, mentorships, projects, an African city for the future, roundtable dialogues, a launch of the KZN Entrepreneurial SMME Academy. I've started dialogues and conversations with the city to start seeing how we can create a center of excellence and an academy that will speak to business skills, wholesale and retail, trading on the streets. Because that person that trades on the street doesn't want to be a vendor for the rest of his life. He wants to grow his business. So how do we help them to create permits and legalities around it? How do we roll up a sector-specific program? A list of SMMEs must be given, and procurement opportunities. Because if you don't have procurement opportunities, I spoke to this earlier, and I always say this, SMMEs need procurement opportunities, we need markets to opportunities, we need access to funding. And if we have that, we are set in our business. But what stagnates our growth is the red tapes. And if we take away the red tapes, it becomes easier to grow our business. But unfortunately, compliance issues need to be adhered. And if you have all your compliance certificates and everything in place, you can work in an environment where you can tender for opportunities, you can get the opportunities, and you can work your business. So the initiatives that I was thinking about was township development, outcomes of trade, the rural and township development of entrepreneurs. And I also think, and I also believe, that SMMEs are a building block to the economy and the well-being of our province and our country. And as such, we need to grow it. The lack of skills, barriers to financial support, the inability to run a sustainable business, and the lack of support to businesses and the business structures in communities. Therefore, I feel SMMEs fail drastically. They fail because there's lack of support due to lack of business structures in communities. Most SMMEs fail within months of setup due to the issues of compliance and red tape, the lack of markets accessibility, and we need to start working together in order to create that. And we need to engage with big business. Because as an entrepreneur, you start off with having an idea. And having an idea and being a risk taker. And with an idea, and you become passionate about that idea. When you are passionate about an idea, I firmly believe money will follow. Money always follows a good concept and a brilliant idea. And I firmly believe that the role of big business is important for the growth of small business. We need for government to start saying to big business, in order for you to tender opportunities, in order for you to get opportunities within government sector, you need to first procure from a small business. You need to align with small business. If you don't align with small business, we're not going to give you preferred points, or we're not going to engage with you. I would like for that to happen, but I've been singing that and preaching that for the last few years. I've been SMME chairperson in my various roles. So, and also yesterday we engaged with the universities. Standard Bank, together with the universities and the business chambers, formed a partnership where we spoke about realignment of universities with the master plan for entrepreneurs and how to grow entrepreneurs. Because remember, tertiary is important, plays an important role for entrepreneurs as well. Because when you finish university, you can create your own business. So we need to take it back to that level as well. So the key things for me for entrepreneurial growth, and I always say this, I leave you with this thought. You must aspire to make a difference. You must continue to strive, and you must continue to have goals. And you must claim what is yours. But in so claiming that, you must always understand that you are an entrepreneur and you're an SMME and you're a risk taker. You are the only person that can grow your business, and you are the only person that can seize opportunities for yourself, and you are the only person that can leverage off, and you can form synergies and partnerships with others that may be in a similar environment as yours, but you can grow your business. I thank you for the opportunity, and I hope I made sense to you, because I wanted to speak to you to what was real and what was key to an entrepreneur and an SMME. I didn't want to stand here and talk to you to things that are not provocative in your business, because it's important to speak to things that are real and true. Thank you very much.